Good afternoon or good morning to everyone. Welcome to the second day of our Romanian Workplace Management Forum. This year, unfortunately, it's a virtual event, but as usually, ROFMA tries to put together in our events all the know-how, all the energy regarding our domain, regarding facilities management and workplace management. So I would like to ask Alexander, what do you think? How do you assess the impacts of current challenging times? Because you are, let's say, a managing director, you are a chairman, you are a leader, a CEO. So you can see here in Romania the latest developments. You can see the developments in Greece or in other countries. You are in contact with architects, designers, building owners, and so on. So please, just in short or in few words, what do you see it's happened right now?
First of all, thank you, and thank you for the opportunity to be part of this. I think it's extremely important what ROFMA is doing, and I'm very glad to be part of this panel. And thank you for your kind words, Christian. I enjoyed very much Pat's introduction and the slides that you presented, Pat. I agree very much with everything you said. What we are witnessing around the world, because STIRIXIS is a company that has been designing workplaces for the last 25 years, and we've done projects in almost 25 countries. What we're witnessing is a huge acceleration of the trends that were almost already being there. So remote working was 3%, but it was growing. It was something unheard of a few years ago. Technology had helped us go to that direction. A bit sad part about social isolation had also increased this need. E-commerce and e-everything has also enabled us to do that.
I will ask Alexander. Alex, because I know you are involved in. I put this question.
You see my smile.
Yeah.
I'm known for being provocative and disruptive, so I will not fail my reputation this time. I think what Mike said is very interesting. He said it's the beginning of it. I think it's the end of it. I think that what we're seeing, and I noted a lot of interesting words that all the panelists used, guidelines, framework, guidance, training, and a lot of things that everybody said in Pat last, repeated. I think that what we're seeing is slowly a completely different model of working maturity. I see a distancing between the structure of a company and the actual output of work from the people. So there will be a framework, of course. We need to have a framework. We need to have guidance. But we're seeing now a trend of people that are responsible, that have to be accountable, that have to prove their commitment by being far away from the company. And although this is extremely difficult, only this species of people will survive in the new work culture. I know it's extremely difficult. I know that for a lot of people, it's difficult to work far away from the office. I understand that some people want to come back, but it's a pendulum. They've been away for 3 months under stress. Now they want to come back. They will be back for 3 months, and then they will beg to go back to their house to work. So we have to be very careful not to judge things by taking a snapshot of what is happening today.
Alexander, I remember about 1 month ago, we discussed together about the opportunity and the need for standards regarding building operations, regarding workplace management and facilities management, regarding health and safety in the offices. Can you tell us about the latest developments and let's say your experience in Greece about this kind of standards? Because it's a very interesting project you mentioned.
Yes, we have created a model of applying new standards to workplaces post-COVID. It takes in account, it's called Humans Matter, because I think that's spot on as a name to exactly what we discussed, Humans Matter. I think that this is the whole idea. So we have standardized a lot of different elements of workplace based on the health and safety protocols that are in place in different countries. In each country, they're different. They're mostly the same, but there are small differences, and it depends on which phase each country is in. We have redesigned offices to take in account these safety protocols. So health and safety has been redefined. We were talking about wellness. We were talking about the well certificate. We were talking about things which were nice to have. And we're back to a very generic form of health and safety. So we have redefined this in workplace design. We've worked with a lot of companies lately, a lot of multinationals, to actually ensure the safety of the workplace. This is important, as we discussed in the beginning, for the psychological safety, which drives engagement. I heard, I don't remember who it was, someone said that 98%, I think Anda said that about a company in telecommunications, 98% didn't want to come back. So it's not only about coming back, it's about how you feel when you're in the office. What is the whole process of going to the office or leaving the office. So you need to make an environment that really talks safety. You walk the talk and you communicate that as well.
We are in the Balkans, Romanians, Greeks all together. How you see this idea of the office of tomorrow and communities?
I think we're living in extremely interesting times when we're talking about workplace trends and work trends. I'm really sorry that we're going through this disruption based on such a tragic event as the pandemic, and we have to always note that there are thousands of lives being lost. I think that the question between revolution or tried and tested solutions and your mentioning of the Balkans is very interesting. We are somewhere in the middle, if you ask me. We are not where most people believe we are. I'll give you an example. We are designing offices in the Middle East. Hot desking is something that cannot be accepted. You either have a desk, which is yours, and you can put the family pictures there. If you tell somebody that they will not have their own desk, it's like killing them. It's a completely different situation. On the other hand, you're talking about an area where things are changing much faster than in Romania or in Greece. So you walk the streets of UAE and you see thousands of electric cars. Autonomous driving cars will be much faster there, and I have to agree with Emil that the discussion about the urban development is a very important one that will have to open up soon, because the density will affect in a system society and how we live. It will affect retail. It will affect mobility. Mobility will affect back how we move from our house to the office. Where is the office? And so on. So we are going through a change which we are seeing now the tip of the iceberg. That is our belief as STIRIXIS Group. So I don't believe in revolutions, and I don't believe in tried and tested solutions. So I'm somewhere in the middle. If I need to wrap up in 2 minutes with one advice, it would be that the pandemic has taught us one thing or two. One is act fast, act now, don't wait. And the second thing is trust the experts.